So when I throw to him, which is going to be now, we need to lift the roof off because he's got two very special guests. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please, let's head back to Eagles HQ. Brad Shepherd is joined by Nick Naitanui and Tim Kelly. Let's hear it for the boys. Yes.
Thanks for that, Goss. Welcome back to Eagles HQ, where we've got another panel here. To my left, we've got everyone's favourite Eagle, the face of the club, Tim Kelly and Nick Nat. Welcome, boys. We'll start with you, TK. You know, speaking to Josh and Luke before about they had their decision to keep their family at home, you decided to take your partner, Caitlin, and the kids away. How was that experience?
Yeah, look, it was definitely different, but yeah, it was a bit of a joint decision. Initially, they weren't going to come over; they weren't going to make the trip over the Gold Coast. So, but yeah, once I sort of found out a little bit more about how our setup would be, and you know, the fact that it could have possibly been, you know, close to 6 weeks without seeing them, yeah, a little bit selfish of me, but thought why not bring the family over and sort of use it as a bit of a little holiday. So the kids had a ball, Caitlin had fun, and yeah, I mean the troubles for me and for us were on field, weren't off field. So happy I bought them.
For you, Nick, you know, in Perth you can't get away from the cameras. Being in the Gold Coast, probably a bit under the radar. How do you enjoy it? Just be able to go to the beach, you know, people not coming up to you or talking about footy, or be able to get a takeaway coffee. You know, it was a different experience for yourself. How'd you like that? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. It was a change up, something that I hadn't had in a while. Yeah, normally I go overseas to try and get away from some of that at the end of every year, but I get to do it during the footy season, which was a bonus, but I probably worked to our detriment at times. Probably got a bit too relaxed. We started losing games on the trot. So, as much as it was good fun to, I guess, go incognito or go unnoticed as a footballer over there, it was always a good thing to come back home as well.
Back to you, Goss. I think you got a fan question.
I certainly do, absolutely. Thank you very much. And there it is on the screen. It says to Tim, this is from Matthew on table 47. It runs for about 25 minutes, the question, so just hang in there, boys. Do you feel being back in WA now with the West Coast Eagles has made it easier for you to perform to the best of your ability, TK?
Yeah, look, I think being back home is obviously great. You know, it's obviously great. You know, off field for a lot of reasons, and you know, obviously having a young family and being a lot closer to family and to friends is great. And you know, I think it's taken on field. It's taken a little while to get going, but I think as everyone's seen in the last month, you know, we've really you know, kicked into gear, and I feel like you know, my best footy is still in front of me. But yeah, certainly great being back home.
With Nick, so after experiencing the hub, it looks like we're going to have to go back later in the year, do you think we're going to be better for the experience with the things we learned?
Yeah, I think we will for sure. Yes, we probably took a little bit of time to adjust. It's funny, I think what was broadcasted back home was we were whinging a little bit, or we didn't enjoy where we were. But for those that don't know, that are listening in, it was like staying at Crown Towers but having it all to ourselves, albeit we shared it with the Dockers. So it was we're actually living. Most of the guys are living better than what they live like at home. So we couldn't complain. And I don't think it's going to be likely to go back to the same hotel or the same resort. But if we do, wherever we do go, we know, I guess, how to treat the week. How to eat, how to do things that we probably took 2 to 3 weeks to kick into gear from the get-go. So, yeah, I think it's evident that we're going to go back, but yeah, when that is still up in the air.
You, TK, how's it been fitting into the West Coast system? You've got a pretty strong midfield. How have you found the adjustment to fitting in with the other guys?
Yeah, look, it's been a pretty smooth transition. You know, I think. You know, from the day I got here, the club's been great. Everyone around the club's been fantastic, very welcoming, and yeah, like, you know, not much has changed. You know, I feel like, you know, I've said it before, but for me, I feel like I've come into, you know, another strong midfield group where, you know, I'm able just to play my role and you know, to have an influence. And you know, for me, it's just about gelling in well with the boys. Obviously, having Nick's very handy, but yeah, I mean, the last month from a midfield perspective has been great. So hopefully we can keep that going.
Let's change it up for you, Nick. Here's a question from the room here, and this is from Lydia, who's on table 27. Are you allowed to go fishing at the moment? And if so, what have you caught lately? And is it a big ego competition between you, McGovern, Shepherd, Hearn and co, and even a former Eagle, Mark Lacroix?
Yeah, it's actually, thanks, Goss. It's actually a touchy subject at the moment. I got the all clear to go and fish this week, and then a few teams, I won't name teams, but Nathan Buckley had stuffed up. So the rules got a little bit stricter, so I'm not allowed to go fishing anymore. So I'll be sitting at home in my lounge room watching fishing on TV. But it is pretty competitive. All the boys love going out, but going to have to wait till the off season now. I was really excited. I guess they got clearance for things like tennis and golf and surfing, but I am no good at all three of those. So fishing was my outlet. But well, the TV shows, watching Mark Lacroix's little fish report, as boring as it is, will be my little getaway for the next few weeks.
And TK, I want you to be honest now. How good was it winning over your old team on Saturday night? Was there much banter out in the field? Did you give much banter out?
Yeah, no, I definitely gave it. I received it and gave it. But no, it was good. It was a strange feeling coming up against the old side for the first time. I'm certainly happy. I've got the first one out of the way. Next time it'll just feel like, it did have. For me, it's always business as usual. But next time, there won't be any sort of weird feeling going into it. But yeah, certainly happy to win a top one, especially against the Cats.
And to finish off, Nick, it's great for you to finally be stepping out of Dean Cox's shadow. You're having a influential year, probably your best year to date. Years in your system, has much changed from your week-to-week routine as your detailed analysis on the ruckman you're coming up against? So your ruck craft has really gone to another level. What's your week-to-week look like?
I'm just playing games. I'm not injured. That's probably the biggest thing. I think at times I've been hindered with, my knee and whatnot, especially the last few years. So just getting consistency at training and being able to back it up each week. I actually got to ring Gil McLaughlin last year and asked for shorter game time, so he's helped me in that front. And now I'm being able to play longer stints in the games as well. So that'll progress, and these blokes, make me look good. The Shueys, the Kellys, the Yos. I don't know about the Jack Reddens, but the rest of the crew, they do, and they really help me out. So that's probably what's adding to some of my form at the moment.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for being here. Back to you, Goss.
Good on you, Shep. Put your hands together for the boys. Just stay there, Nick. Just stay there. I've got a question for Nick Naitanui, which is not on the run sheet, but a couple of people have asked me to ask it. After the game the other day where you won the TV and you found out that the TV was much bigger than the one you've got and how much it's worth, you went from giving it to Harry Edwards to saying you might keep it yourself. Most of this room wants to know, are you giving the TV to Harry Edwards or are you keeping it for yourself?
He's already got it. I don't reckon I said he can watch his highlights from the game, but that only goes for about 15 minutes. So, he's taken it. I think it was a $6.5 grand TV. So I'm flat that I said that. I thought I'd be nice and humble and give him the TV, but it is now. I've got enough TVs at home.
Nice work. Put your hands together for Nick Naitanui. Well done. Well done, boys. Well done.